Resentment and jealousy are probably one of the gravest sins one can do, especially when it becomes violent. Here in this anime world is dancing, episode 3. We see Oniyasha or Inuyasha. Yeah, I'm gonna just call him Inuyasha, just easier. Oniyasha is just, I don't know. He's a Oni, he's a demon. Yasha, Inuyasha. It just makes more sense. They should have just went with that. But he's different. He's a slow learner, and he's still just a kid. I'm not really sure how old Oni Inuyasha is. But he's absolutely way younger than this dude. That's about to be his ass. So right here we have this dude. What's his name here? I don't want to get shit wrong. What's this fucking name? Is it this dude? I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like him. But yeah, due to his jealousy, resentment, and the fact that he's an orphan of war, he was bullied and was starving. Oh yeah, let me play the video. So let's get right into it, how brutal this scene is. And I'm going to read a little bit what Otaku Week has said. He always has a good breakdown of things. He goes on to say, only Inuyasha returns to the camp and Goro is waiting beside the bonfire. See, look, this is great, right? We know his name, Goro. So with the letter G here, G unit. Okay, I gotta stop with that shit, man. Goro and Inuyasha. So, oh shit, damn! Look at that paint, that red cherry paint. Okay, so Goro's waiting beside the bonfire. The first hit comes brutally, with blood flashing through the orange light. Is that so? Orange lighting. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can see the orange light. Man, what perception, huh? The flames keep moving behind them. The night stays almost completely dark, and every close shot exposes more of what Goro has held inside. His voice breaks under years of resentment. Yes, jealousy, resentment, envy. All this is just become violence, which is just dumb. Violence is never, ever, ever the answer, guys. It's just ridiculous to me. It really is. So I don't think Inuyasha deserved it. He's just slow, man. He likes doing things at his own pace. And now that this whole dance is coming up to dance in front of the what was it? Shogun. Yes, the Shogun. Thank God, man. Oh, my brain still kind of works. It's really putting pressure on everyone. Not just fucking Goro. Okay. His body leans forward. His hand grips Inuyasha's clothes. Inuyasha looks smaller with every accusation. The cuts between their faces, the distance between their bodies, and the silence around the voices make it feel like much more than a fight. Yeah, no, this is just a vendetta. Inuyasha obviously he's just a fucking shrimp. He's just a what do I call what? Yeah, shrimp. And he always says no Noda. Oh my god, I can't unhear it. Isn't this a crime? Inuyasha's gender should be a girl. Yes, only Inuyasha based. I don't get what they're saying here. Okay, so here's more praise for the anime. We're kind of already past this whole fight scene right here. Goro's obviously, he should have never done this, especially since someone who's been adopted. He was adopted by his father. That's why he's there in the first place. He really doesn't have any other family. And yeah, punching him in the face could have been even worse if it dents his face. He's a dancer. That's his main commodity, is being a dancer, is his face looking all right, not looking weird, not looking ugly, having a pretty face. Anyways, they go. This is probably the best anime of the year so far. The art is beautiful and subtle. Wow. Also, the entire development of Inuyasha is very satisfying to follow. Alright, I don't really want to read that. I don't want to read that. So, apparently, here's a good factoid. So, I was reading these comments here, and I was seeing what's going on here. I was like, what's going on here? Okay, so they thank Otaku Week, which is great. Yes, thank you, Otaku Week. I owe you a lot. I read a lot of your comments, and they come out very great. And then Bendito replies to him saying, hold on. He said, I did not finish this episode thinking it was simply good. I finished it applauding. Otaku says, I agree. And I literally had the same perspectives as you wrote here. Then he says, thanks, Nakama. If you have time, the manga also is really good. I think that because of the boinking scenes, they changed a lot in the adaptation. So in the actual manga, I think there's a lot of like, boinking. There's a lot of intimacy. There's a lot of it. And then Otaku Weeks replies with, yeah, they almost wrote a new story. Um, it's just, I mean, I think they should have kept the boinking. Probably wouldn't reach a wider audience, but mostly it's adults watching anime, so I think that should be their main audience is adults. Make something more dark or something more real, because boinking, shaboinking is very natural thing in life. It's very important. They did do a segment about it, and Inuyasha, even though his young age, they were teaching him the birds and the bees. Very, very hot topic, very controversial topic. I didn't really want to talk about it, but let me just show you guys really, really quick a couple scenes, and then we'll close it out. So you can see there, this dude right here, they're doing like a shaboinking dance. Obviously, they're not shaboinking. They're not having, they're not fornicating, but they are dancing as if they were. So, right here, he does a whole segment of, oh yeah, birds and the bees, we all do it. We all gotta multiply. We all gotta survive. We all gotta pass down what we know, what we need, how we live. And then he's like, yeah, shaboinking is good. Right here. Let me see. Let me see if he says it. Nope, he doesn't. No, the subs don't show up. But yeah, right here, he clearly says shaboinking is good. And yeah, here's the scene. Yeah, insane episode. Everything was great.